What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode 4 of my Aussie Journeyman Football Manager 2019 series. Be sure to leave a thumbs up on this video if you're enjoying this series but you want to be seeing more of this as well. I haven't uploaded this for about 4 or 5 days and we're getting back into things, but the last few games especially hasn't been great and there's been a few other negatives. We'll start to go through them. So first up, we've had injury trouble, Barbarouses, and he could be potentially leaving the club. He's got an injury there, but yeah, he's not really interested in a new contract. He wants to move on. So yeah, what I'm talking about, we'll get into it. There's like multiple things on my mind at the moment. Josh Hope picked up a little injury, but having Troisi and Honda both out for international duty, they come back early in February, but that's a month's worth of games, and the two key players, the two designated players, two marquee players, with Honda being the international one, and then James Troisi as the Australian one, the two designated players. So yeah, that's real tough, and that's affected us, and not just results wise, but I suppose that's being linked to it. It's kind of, I've been forced to change up the tactic just to suit the selection. I haven't been able to utilize the wingers at all, especially when Barbarouses got injured. And Ingham picked up a little injury as well. That's why he was out for the last game, but it kind of would have messed with the team anyway, not being able to play two wingers. So he's going to make it back in for the next one. So yeah, in a bit of a sticky situation at the moment, and it's been, when you're trying to grind through a save, when it's just not clicking. It's not clicking with the team. Sometimes you need a season for that as well. And it's good with the A-League, not as many games as other divisions. You can get through the first season pretty quickly. And we're still sitting in 4th. So it's not like we've had a terrible season. It's just a bit of a, not just a tough run at the moment, but a bit of a frustrating run. But a good thing is we were able to bring in Anthony Carter, who's an Australian player that many people might not know of. Even people from Australia might not know of him as an Australian player, but we had to release some players. They were just some of the younger guys, and they weren't too good anyway. So if you look at the scout summary, those reports, we wouldn't look to sign them if they were a player we were scouting, not at the club. So we just had to free up the registration for the salary. You can see, because he wouldn't have been able to fit in Anthony Carter. He's on 2.5k. Which you probably don't think that's too much. That's it is. Not probably. It is one of the most, that's a big amount for a player to have in the A-League. Because if you take a look at the salary, you can't have every single player on there. If you take a look at some others, maybe average players in the team, Valeri's on 2.1k. And some of the most in the team. Corey Brown is on 1.3, just these general squad players. Lee Broxham as well, he's on 1.6. Maybe just one more so you get a gauge. Nick Ansell, he's on 1.1k. So yeah, just to give you a gauge there on the average squad salaries and all that. But if we go back on him, on Carter, okay, we'll just go where the selection is here. Yeah, Anthony Carter, he started his career in Romania. It's interesting, he was born in Australia, he was born in Melbourne, where I'm from as well, but he moved to Italy. He moved to Italy when he was younger, so it really helped his career. I don't think if he stayed in Australia and maybe he joined an A-League club or something like that, or playing in the local leagues, I don't think he would have reached that, because I believe he did play at a football academy, like as a young lad coming up in his youth days in Italy, and that helped him get noticed a bit more. Then got an opportunity in Romania, show what he can do there. Well, he didn't play so many games, and he moved on to Portugal on a free transfer to again switch up, and then garnered the interest from Benfica and signed for their B side. So you can see how his career's kind of developed. It's very nice looking how his career has gone like that. So yeah, he was born in Australia but then moved to Italy, and I do think that helped his career in terms of his development as a young player. But hopefully he can come in, play as a striker, and bit of versatility in him as well. Could potentially play on the wing, and that's why I thought we needed, in that point in time, we needed someone to bring in, and we did let go of. Yeah, what else we did there was, if we go just to old transfers, Matthew Acton sold to Adelaide United, who is in the A-League, but if you didn't, well, yeah, if you wanted to know the exact rules, you can't sign players. If I just go to, you can't make a transfer. Just say I go Scott Galloway, example, ex-Melbourne Victory player, used to play for Victory. If we will go make an offer, you can't make an offer. It just has to be 0. So lucky Acton wasn't such a high value. It was like 6k, so I thought that was fine anyway. The only way you can swap, you can swap players. That's the thing. Australian A-League only allows player exchanges between clubs. So if you want it, you could do a player exchange, and you get. We're not going to do that, but as an example, yeah, we could do a player exchange. So yeah, that's the only way. Even though player exchanges are really, really tough to go through, especially with no fees added, just in general in Football Manager. So, yeah, that kind of rounds up everything going on at the moment. And, yeah, the Adelaide United away from home, they're top of the league. They're the best team so far in the season. And with these troubles we've had as well and being away from home, yeah, we were up against it. We were up against it in that one. But it was an interesting encounter because we weren't completely dominated. We had more total shots and the same shots on target. So I felt like we weren't that bad 4-0. They definitely took their chances, and I still think they deserve to win. But you just couldn't get the goals on the score sheet, and definitely I can see it backed up with the changes we've been forced into making. But even like this was more the crazy match, the one against Western Sydney Wanderers. That was insane. Yeah, Jai Ingham. Yeah, he missed out. Yeah, because he had the red card. That's why he missed the previous one. Wasn't an injury. Yeah, he was sent off. So yeah, he was missing. So Toivonen scored there. Thought equaliser 1-1. They gave away a penalty as well. So there's absolute craziness that happened in that match. That was insane. At a point, I thought we were able to at least get a point from that match, but. Like I said, the good thing is we're only still in 4th. Like it's not like we're out of contention or anything like that, and still fair amount of games for the season. But see, we're already in January. I know we're not I didn't play too many games off camera, but I thought this was a perfect time to showcase the current situation in the season. It's going to lead me to talking about something as well. Am I already considering leaving Melbourne Victory? And yeah, guys, as I mentioned, I know I haven't uploaded this for a few days now, but the last episode, still episode 3, struggled to get to 1,000 views. Still hasn't, after like being about 4 days, almost 5 days up, is around 800. So yeah, maybe a lot of you guys aren't, or a lot of my subscribers aren't watching this, but I know okay, we'll do a press conference here quickly. Just delighted to welcome to the club. No, we won't talk about tactics and or finances. No, I don't even think there's much pressure on him anyway. I don't want to talk about transfers. I don't think he expects so much from me anyway. That will be the kind of last deal. But as I was saying, maybe a new team. I know it would be insanely early. It will be insanely early to switch clubs. But yeah, if things aren't clicking, but I know this is a challenge. Like managing in the A-League is not easy, and you've seen that because you can't have a big squad. So when you get injuries and you have players leaving for international duty, you don't have the international break. They just leave because they're going to be gone for a month or so. Because that's, again, if we go back to the squad, James Troisi is like the Asian nation. So yeah, just want to let you guys know. So who knows? Because this is a journeyman. It gives a different experience and different way you play the save, and the way you would see me play other saves and other series I've done on YouTube before. You keep your options open if things aren't working for you, but I'm not the type that would want to leave during the season. What I'm talking about is just not listening. Well, yeah, we haven't got a contract offer yet. Maybe that will come soon, don't know. But yeah, maybe just leaving at the end of my contract. Just if I'm not seeing a really exciting future at Melbourne Victory, if I'm just seeing it's not going to progress, and like I said, maybe if I join a new club, it will spark a bit of interest from maybe some of my other subscribers that haven't watched this series yet. That's what I'm keeping in mind. But yeah, it's more so, it's definitely initially coming from the point of, even I brought in, the point, I thought Diego Poyet, he hasn't starred, guys. He hasn't starred. Look, 6.78. Really, let's take a look at his stats. I thought he would be doing much better. I thought he would star. I thought he would start. He's got Premier League, Championship experience. He just doesn't... He's not standing out, and he's not dominating games as I thought. Like, his attributes, like a player with his attributes really would. So, yeah, this is going to be a huge match against Newcastle Jets, because they are in 5th, and like I said, I don't exactly even want to be playing this style, but we're forced into it. We've got Ingham. Again, he's going to be stuck on the wing. Actually, I did something before I signed Carter as well, so I could keep that in mind. I'll show you what I did there, in case you want to bring on Ingham and play him on his more preferred right side, and Carter there. We're going to switch Toivonen onto that side, play him as a shadow striker, and yeah, this is what I did against the previous against the previous team before the Adelaide United one, the Western Sydney one, before we signed Carter. This is a bit of a different little setup here. So Poyet, so he's got a few deep line playmaker. We played that for him earlier, but it just nothing's really clicked for him. Maybe try Anchorman. We're just trying to get the best out of him, and we're struggling at the moment. So yeah, that's a little bit of a switch up there. That's what I tried, and we weren't too bad in that. We didn't get dominated against Western Sydney. Away from home was pretty close, as you saw. So maybe that will be a better setup. We're just gonna have to, try and see, how that's all gonna play out, guys. So, but that's what, like I said, that's what the journeyman brings. You think about more aspects of your manager's career, and yeah, but I don't think you will see him unless I get fired. But yeah, you don't think that's gonna happen at this point. We're doing all right. The board's not unhappy with me, of course, but it's more so where I see my career going. I don't want my career ever to stagnate, even if it would be... It's so early in the career, you know. But there's multiple things we've got to consider, you know, with the journeyman. So we're just seeing a lot of results there that are not to do with us. So yeah, Newcastle, look at this. It's a game where we could potentially turn around because it's at home for us. Before that, against Wellington Phoenix, we got Stephen Taylor. Stephen Taylor is actually playing for them. I'm sure a lot of you guys know about him for his time at Newcastle in England. So yeah, he moved over to Australia to play in the Australian League, but obviously, yeah, Wellington Phoenix based in New Zealand. So yeah, this is a big one for us. We don't want to keep going on poor form, and then we're gonna drop out of the top 6 for. Obviously, to be in the finals, to be in the final series, like you guys from UK and Europe, it was like playoffs, but it's not really playoffs to get promoted. It's who's going to win the championship. Who's going to win the championship? So when it comes to the latter stage of the season, it's almost like a cup competition. You play like that, but for the title, to be known as the champions for the season. So I may look to make some changes. This is what I actually did. For previously, but I'm not sure if that exactly suits us. Maybe we're playing at home. I drop higher line. I'm just balancing. I'm wondering how this will work actually. If we go much higher defensive line and much higher line of engagement, and we use offside trade, that's something I was messing around with. Maybe I should give it more of a chance. And the short kicks. If we're going to up with this style, I think let's try and just drop back to shorter passing and maybe just the tempo, okay, slightly lower. I was trying to get in between, okay? We'll start with that kind of tempo and play that positive game, work the ball into the box, play a defense, see if we can get that game going. Yeah, how we go. Take run at defense off, I think. Okay, we're just messing around. Not messing around, just experimenting, seeing what's going to work for us. Got to make some changes, surely, but... Let's see. Even I'm not convinced by this formation, but I feel like I feel in a way we're forced into it with the injuries and a couple of our best players missing. So yeah, we owe them after last time, and we'll head into the kickoff, guys. So let's see how we're gonna go with this one. I'm very intrigued because, as I mentioned last time when I did this setup, when I got Ingham on the right side, and then we played Toivonen, shadow striker, and then obviously just having the lone striker up top. But yeah, having that formation, we did all right actually. But let's see how we're gonna go here with Corey Brown getting forward now. Good switch of play, Ingham. He's been alright this season. He's better than I thought he would have been. Far post, Toivonen! He scores. Ola. What a finish. And the assist by Ingham. That's what we want, those type of crosses. So, we've started very, very well. So, take a look at him just running. Yeah, just... I say, no, he wasn't really running at a defender. No one was really in front of him. Just running at the space. And was able to finish through Toivonen. So, yeah, just the positioning of that, play him in at that shadow striker, and he'll make those runs into the box. Kind of unexpectedly, centre-backs wouldn't be marking him as much, and, okay, we don't get an injury in this game, the opposition do. So, yeah, maybe this one is going to go more in our favour. And, hey, maybe those changes I just made, going for a bit more possession play, is going to work for us. And, yeah, just imagine we get Troisi back and Honda. Now, Valeri, can we score? Oh, so close. That was close. Is it still going to be alive for us? Nah, I thought that would have been the highlight. I don't think we scored a free... We had a few free kicks. Valeri, can he finally... He finally... Get in, Carl. Get in, Carl. Yes. What? I'm telling you now, guys. We get free kicks each game around this position. He's been getting them on target. The keepers save it or he just misses. And he finally gets one home. Get in. Get in, absolutely. This is much better. Newcastle Jets really struggling in this match. And absolutely pure dominance by us. We're going to have to say passionately, very happy. And this has sparked me up a little bit here, because the last few matches, bit disappointing. Sure, maybe this might be a little bit of an easier one, for sure. Away against Adelaide United, top of the league, was always going to be tough. And then with our injuries, and we got Ingham back into the team, another assist for him. And as he picks up an injury, oh my god. I'm not sure we take him off now as they get a ball through. Hopefully they don't score here, because I was thinking about a change. There we go. Maybe, yeah, we'll try and take him off quickly as possible. What's his potential foot injury? See, guys, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Very frustrating. If he picks up an injury, we don't have wingers to bring on. So what I'm thinking, this is, we'll bring on, yeah, Kenny Athieu. So Carter. We've got to play with the two strikers. So we're going to switch up this a little bit now. No, we can't do it like that. Okay, yep. He'll be the poacher. And then Toivonen will... I don't feel... Yeah, normally shadow striker is better to play when you're just playing with one striker. And then that will accommodate that. So it's good Toivonen can play a few different roles. There's some players who struggle to have one natural role to be 100% accomplished. But yeah, so now we're kind of that 4-4-2 diamond narrow. And I think we're going to drop to balance now. We'll just confirm those changes and see how it plays out. See how we play the next 5-10 minutes. Come on. But yeah, we pick up a few injuries. A few injuries here and there, so we just have to see. Hopefully Ingham is not... he hasn't got a long-term injury, because we need someone down that wing. One more change we could potentially make. Broxham, who's really struggling in terms of match fitness. Okay, Poyer. He's got 6.8 rating. He just, yeah, it's hard for defensive midfielders, even central midfielders, to get insanely high ratings unless they score as well, because they may not get a lot of assists as well. And the attacking midfielder or wingers end up with the assists. So maybe you got to look more into his game. Now, Broxham, what am I doing? And play him defensive midfielder. So, yeah, with defensive midfielders and maybe central midfielders with a more defensive role, you got to take a look into more of their stats and not just their rating specifically. Oh, you should have got that and would have really finished this one off, to be honest. And I think we should utilize all our subs right now. And I've been playing Deng a bit more. I prefer to play Ansel, but yeah, he's got a bit more potential in him and he wanted to play a bit more, or he would have wanted to leave. So keep that in mind. And he's had a good game here. Storm Roo, he's looking real tired. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring on Ansel, and then we're just going to switch with Deng, because Deng can play over on that side. We'll play him as no-nonsense fullback because he's got that defensive ability. And Ansel... Let's see what we're going to... all about the same kind of here. We'll use a ball-playing defender. See, he's got that for different roles as a centre-back, so we can see what fits. But it looks like we're going to... Let's finish off with a goal. I always, even though we've got a lead, like in a game like this, I want to finish off with a goal. Obviously, still important. You don't imagine we'll drop the win from here, but that's still important to hold on to the 3 points. But let's put the pressure. Ooh. Lucky they had to play that off. Force them back. So that was good. And then force that ball to Deng. And now Athiu. Oh, come on. Win this. Well done. Okay, bit of yo-yoing with the headers. And the ball. O'Donovan. Roy O'Donovan scores his first goal of the season. So now, yeah, exactly. That was in my mind a little bit. But I really think we should be okay. We should be able to hold on. Yeah, we are going. That was really the key chance for the match. And it was lucky for us to have that. Well, not lucky. We worked for our result. It was good. It was good that we had that kind of lead late into the game. Because even if they did get a late consolation, probably wasn't going to mean anything. And China, he's got a bit of frustration there. And he doesn't even pick up a card. So just gave away that professional foul. But it's all going to be too late. We're going to hold on to the 3 points. Important 3 points here. It was a really needed victory. We had an amazing first half. And we just held on. We held on late. We had to be... That's why, I wanted a goal in the second half to really finish things off, which we couldn't get. I know. See, once we end up with those changes, I feel we need the winger. We need the winger. And Jai Ingham, yeah, he's valuable because he's pretty quick. He's got that 16 acceleration, which is good. And you take a look at his other attributes, isn't amazing. Even though we're crossing, dribbling 12s, then technique 11 is not too bad. It's not terrible in the A-League, but yeah, if you have that accompanied with his pace, it was still a good win. Even though we didn't have an amazing second half in terms of scoring, we still hold on. We didn't concede until very late. And Jai Ingham is just 2 to 3 days. So, yeah, again, if you had a bruised ankle, take him off as soon as possible so it didn't turn into something more serious. And Valeri had a great match. And see, yeah, his free kick goal is important, but he still had a well-rounded performance for us. But, guys, we are going to leave it there for now. Just the one game here. As, yeah, I did have a few topics we talked about, how this save is going at the moment in multiple aspects. So hopefully you enjoy this video. Hopefully you did enjoy it, and you can leave your feedback where we're going to go from here. And yeah, like I said, I'm not going to be leaving Melbourne Victory mid-season. I'm not just going to, leave. I'm not going to just quit my job. But we are going to we're still going to push on for the end of the season and see how we're going to be situated. Maybe I should just take it as a challenge and how it is, and we gotta focus. We gotta treat it as what it is. Like I just said, we don't want to go, just leave, and maybe for a club that's in a better situation, maybe just got to fight and manage in the A-League. Like I said, it's tough. It's tough with the salary restrictions. And do you find that interesting yourself when I don't have so many players to choose from? And just so you know, it's not a case where I can say, like, sign more players. Yeah, we can't because of the salary. We're maxed out when we signed Carter. Hopefully he comes along and does very well. He's got a gold star potential to develop into. He's 2.5-star current ability with potential of 3.5. So he could potentially be a really strong striker in this division. But guys, we are going to leave it here for now. But yeah, if you could leave a big thumbs up on this video, we'd greatly appreciate it. If you do want to see this save a bit more and you see it long term, all of that, with my Crystal Palace one as well. So we've got to play a bit more, play through this a bit more and see how we're going to be situated, which I think I may do from here, because we're still in a good position to finish in the top 6 for the final series. But I'll leave it there for now, guys, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.